Greetings, humans, and welcome to this very special edition of AskADalek Live! A big hello to everyone already in the chat room. Blimey, there's a lot of you! You are all excellent servants of the Dalek Empire. You have obeyed your Dalek masters and will be rewarded with content. Also with me this evening is our resident human, Matt Alden-Farrow.
Yes, hello everybody, I'm here as well. Good evening, and welcome to this very special edition of AskADalek. I'm not going to be talking very much this evening because this is very much Derek's baby, I think he'll agree. And yeah, I'm basically here to run the technical side of things and yeah, just make sure everything runs relatively smoothly. But Derek's going to be doing the bulk of the talking, and if he goes quiet for any reason during the show, it will be because I've run out of things to say.
How does that work?
Well, that should be obvious, really, shouldn't it? I'm doing all the lines.
This just got a bit too meta for me.
Yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. Yeah. Anyway, thank you everyone for joining us. We're gonna be here for about an hour or so. We'll see how it goes. I aim to do it for an hour. Or we aim to do it for an hour, because there are two of us, of course. And yeah, it's going to be a fun evening of Dalek-based shenanigans. Can I say that? Shenanigans? Dalek shenanigans?
Daleks have no concept of shenanigans.
Fair enough. Right, I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to hand over entirely to Derek, and we're going to take a look in the chat room and see what's going on. Isn't that right? I said, isn't that right?
Yes. Also, do not dare to give the Daleks orders.
Sorry.
No problem. Right, let's have a look in the chat room then. Oh goodness, there's a lot of you. It says there are 30 people currently watching. You are all excellent servants of the Daleks. Thank you for joining us. Okay, let's dig right in and see what's going on. What questions do we have? We have one question immediately from the Emperor Dalek, who says, can you say, subscribe to Emperor of the Daleks? Well, yes, I just said it. Right. Sorry, Daleks aren't supposed to laugh. That's no good. Anyway, what else do we have? There's a lot of you firing questions in the chat room already. We will try to get to as many of them as possible. So let's have a scroll through and see what you've all had to say. Sam B says, I hope that Dalek Derek has seen my question in the email I sent him. Possibly. I'll have to ask Matt about that. Have we seen his email?
Yeah, we'll get to emails in a bit. I think there's like 2 or 3 emails. So yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay, excellent. Now is as good a time as any to mention how you can get in touch with us. Human, place the contact information on screen immediately.
Okay, geez, honestly. Here's the contact information, folks. You can email
I'm supposed to be doing this bit.
Oh, sorry. My bad. You carry on.
You're getting too big for your boots, to be quite honest. So, if you wish to contact us, here is the information. You can email AskADalek@gmail.com or tweet at DalekUnitZX4927. using the hashtag AskADalek. You will also note that there is a Skype logo on the screen. Yeah, it's just down there. I can't tilt my eye stalk that low, but it's down there. If you add us on Skype and wish to ask your question live, Matthew is fluffing my lines.
Sorry about that.
This is great because it means if I say anything stupid, I can blame you.
Yeah, that's... Hang on, that's entirely the reason I'm here, isn't it?
No.
That no was a little too liberal with the letter O.
Anyway, if you add us on Skype and send us a text message with your question, we will try and get through to as many of you as possible. So drop us a message on Skype. Our address is askadalek@gmail.com. So add us on there and we'll try and get some of you on live. But in the meantime, let's go back to the chat room. Ryan Studios asks, what do you think of the new Dalek designs from Revolution of the Daleks? I have to be honest, I quite like the sleek black look, but they are inferior and must be exterminated. What do you mean they've already been exterminated? Oh, that was quick. Derek the Dalek asks, are you aware that I am your other self? You are an imposter! You will be located and exterminated! Exterminate the imposter! Exterminate! We're just scrolling through the chat room. There's too many of you speaking at once. It's no good. Dear Derek, are you sarcastic? Asks Eli Films. No! I am never sarcastic. Do you get it? It's funny because I was actually being sarcastic. Daleks have superior understanding of humor. Duncan Shaw asks, did you finally get rid of Davros? Last time we saw him was quite some time ago. We think he might be behind the sofa. We're not 100% sure on that. Sorry. Can't help you there. Do we have any idea where Davros is?
Yeah, actually, he's right over there, behind me. It's kind of awkward, actually.
How long has he been there?
Like, forever.
Well, this is awkward. Vessel the Voices asks, hey Derek, why don't your species use a humanoid exosuit instead of your usual exosuit? Because our current design is superior. We can fly and go upstairs now and everything. But unfortunately, my design is not compatible with the Mark III charger. Seriously, these things are worse than Apple products. Reading 3640 Studios asks, do Daleks like cow's milk or goat's milk? Daleks do not drink milk. How would we even do that? We do not have a mouth. We do not require any beverages. Don't let Monty tell you otherwise. Ryan Studios asks, why have you been gone for 2 years? Why have we been gone for 2 years?
Because I have a life that revolves beyond you lot. I know it's surprising. I was surprised as well.
Our life? No, sorry. Your life revolves entirely around serving the Daleks. Do not forget it.
Yeah, I'm totally going to forget that.
I'm going to ignore that. Christopher Slight says, also, can you say Christopher Slight is supreme? Yes, I just did. Seriously, if you're just going to ask me if I can say things, the answer is probably yes. Unless you fall afoul of the automatic Dalek content filter, which is definitely a thing. Yes, not something I just made up for audience-related reasons. Yes. Eli Films asks, Dear Derek, can Daleks fall in love? I'm a bit embarrassed to answer this, but the answer is yes. I personally have fallen in love. In love with conquering and exterminating inferior species? Ha! Do you see what I did there? But seriously, no, Daleks are incapable of love. We are incapable of all emotion except hatred. And possibly embarrassment. I suffer from embarrassment frequently. Matthew embarrasses us on a daily basis.
Hey!
Oh, shut up, you know it's true. Anyway. Autumn K asks, how do Daleks eat? Good question. We don't have mouths, so it's quite difficult. I presume the casing provides all of the nutrients we require, but don't ask me. I am not a Dalek casing technician. Anyway. Yorick Lynch asks, Hi, Derek. Can Daleks catch COVID? Daleks are immune to COVID-19 for one very specific reason. We are very good at self-isolating. We literally seal ourselves in miniature battle tanks. You can't get more self-isolated than that. Doctorus asks, Dear Derek, is Dalek Monty available to answer questions too? If so, what is his favorite flavor of tea to make? Monty is busy right now. He may stop by later. We'll see how it goes. But I think he said something about Earl Grey previously. I have no idea what that is. Basically, everything Monty says is a mystery to most of us. He's usually in a world of his own. Yes. He's kind of the weak link of this organization. Let's move on. Sam says, Derek, your flashing bulbs are impaired. You'd better fix them. That's because Matthew is not a wizard.
Don't know why you're dragging me into this, mate. If your earbulbs are broken, that's your lookout.
Be silent! You are entirely responsible for technical difficulties. That is literally your function today.
I see.
Autumn K asks, can you say, I couldn't find anything for garlic afterbirth? Is that funny somehow? I'm very confused. Matt, can you explain that one?
I think it's a pop culture reference.
I see.
I'm pretty sure it's a reference to another YouTuber.
Oh. There are no better YouTubers than the Daleks. What the hell is going on with the camera feed? I am glitching all over the damn place. Seriously, dude, what the hell?
I'm not sure. I think XSplit is mucking up because I'm using my mobile phone to stream this image. That's possibly my bad. I'll see if I can fix that.
You really suck at this. You know that, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, back to the questions. Artist Aristide Twain asks, Dalek memes, are there any on the Dalek pathweb? Do you make fun of the black Dalek behind his back? Daleks are superior at memes. Memes are excellent forms of propaganda. My favorite is the one where the Dalek turns to the other Dalek and is looking at it, while the Mark III Dalek is looking on like, what? What's the deal? It's basically a metaphor for how we get more superior with every casing development. Except for the multicolored plastic ones, we don't really talk about them. Dalek Derek, can you say when the imposter is sus? Says Super Mario Universe 37. Literally, yes, I just did. This is getting rather repetitive, to be honest with you. Reading 3640 Studios asks, do Daleks have to pay rent?
Yes, but it doesn't mean they do.
Your input is not required!
Sorry.
Apology accepted. This time. The Time Shadow asks, what is your favourite Dalek episode of Doctor Who? That's a really good question, and I don't really have an answer. Probably Dalek, because it's nice and straightforward. I mean, with a title like that, you can't really go wrong, can you? Plus, there's lots of exterminating. I particularly like the exterminating, so sue me. Derek asks, dear other Derek, is Matt a bad father to you? Matt is not our father.
No, Derek, I am your father.
No, that's not true. That's impossible. Funny pop culture references. Ha. Yorick Lynch asks, hi Derek, can you swear? You bet that we...
Not on my channel, you can't.
Sorry. Dear Derek, do you consider Daleks adorable? I do, says Autumn K. Thank you, I guess. Autumn K also asks, what kind of music do you listen to? Do Daleks even listen to or know what music is? Yes, we like music. I'm particularly a fan of all the greats, such as Don't Stop Believing by Journey and other ones, presumably. I've just forgotten every song in existence ever. Matthew, I am assuming this is somehow your fault.
Yeah, it is entirely my fault. I'm sorry, everyone.
Apology accepted once again. This is your second strike. One more failure and you will be exterminated.
You said that the last 50 times.
And this time I mean it. Let's go back to the questions. JLB Flicks asks, what is the fastest time a Dalek has exterminated something in? About 0.2 seconds. I'm not sure what the current record is. I'd have to look that one up. But pretty much whenever we see something that's alive, we want it to stop being alive with lasers. Express Gaming asks, hello, Derek. What's your favorite movie from 2020? We didn't really watch a lot of movies in 2020. Everyone was kind of in suspended animation because nothing was really happening. And presumably Matthew has forgotten what movies came out in 2020.
Yeah, that too.
Fair enough. Sorry. The Doctor 654 asks, Dear Derek, is Matt obedient? Well, first of all, alert, alert, the Doctor is detected. Seek, locate, exterminate. And secondly, reasonably.
Hey!
Oh, come on. You know you're not that obedient. That's why you haven't put a Dalek video out for about 2 years.
I mean, he's got me there.
Reading Studios says, Dear Derek, if you were to choose a hat to wear, what type would it be preferably? An exterminating hat? One that you put it on and it exterminates things? No, that's the obvious answer, isn't it? Let's not do a cop-out. I quite fancy a top hat, personally. I think it would help to improve my stature, because, as you know, we're all quite short.
Yeah, do we ever really find out why you guys are so short?
We will explain later.
You don't know, do you?
No. Alex the MTA and R211 weather fan asks, do you know who is the 14th Doctor? I don't know who, but I know what the 14th Doctor is. Imminently exterminated by the Daleks. It's funny because the Doctor is our greatest enemy and stuff.
You literally only have one joke, don't you?
Yes. Speaking of jokes, Express Gaming asks, Derek, what's the funniest joke you've ever heard? I will share the funniest joke I have ever heard. It goes like this. 2 humans walk into a bar. Both are exterminated because the bar has been conquered for the Dalek Empire. Do you get it? It's funny because it's true. The best comedy is observational. Autumn K asks, what is your favorite part of exterminating people? The part where they stop being alive? I'm not really a people person. Sorry, I've gone very quiet because I'm trying to read the chat room. You're all talking too quickly. You will cease talking so quickly. I cannot keep up.
I thought you were superior in everything, and that presumably includes keeping up with the chat room.
Shut up.
Solid comeback there, well done.
Shut up! The Time Shadow asks, "Hey Derek, what do you think to Chris Chibnall's writing? I think it's rubbish. We haven't exterminated the Doctor yet." Mind you, that's true of virtually every other Doctor Who writer, so he's about par for the course at this point. Seriously, what the hell is wrong with the camera?
I honestly don't know. I think it's literally just the connection's a bit knackered.
I understood about 3 of those words.
Yeah, well, that's why you have me here to deal with the technical things.
Indeed. Emma asks, "Dear Derek, have you ever met Captain Jack Harkness?" "No, but I would like to. Seriously, it's a inferior life form that when you kill it, it keeps coming back to life. Hours of entertainment." TSV asks, "Hey Derek, do you know the multiverse? And do the mighty Dalek Empire ever plan to conquer all of the multiverse?" I assume you are referring to the multiverse theory, that there are multiple parallel universes of infinite number. Well, simple answer, yes. We wish to conquer this universe, and all universes. That's kind of our deal. I'm surprised you didn't know that. The Time Shadow says, "I flipping love this video." You are welcome, the Time Shadow. Continue with the compliments. Obey! Obey! Duncan Shaw asks, "Derek, what do you think of Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor?" I think Jodie is rubbish as the Doctor. We haven't exterminated her once. Again, true of all of them, really. Skyhawk asks, "Do you miss Skaro?" It's a horrible, barren, radioactive wasteland filled with mutants and unspeakable horrors. So yes. JLB Flicks asks, "Greetings from Ohio, Derek." Wow, Ohio? That's a very long way away from here, presumably. Is that a long way away from here?
Yeah, quite far.
Good. I don't know Earth places. Anyway. Out of all the things you have exterminated in your life, which one was your favorite to kill? The nearest one. Duncan Shaw asks, "Do Daleks ever go on vacation?" I mean, technically, my whole time on Earth has been a vacation. We've just been able to kick back, relax, and plan to exterminate the entire human race. It's been a really relaxing break, but it's also been about 10 years since we've been to work, so we should probably do that at some point. But loving life, hashtag YOLO. Unless you're the Doctor, obviously. Express Gaming asks, "Dear Derek, how long does a Dalek live for?" For as long as it takes for someone to destroy it, which never happens, and you can't prove it did. Silence! Silence! Gabriel asks, "Dear Derek, who is a better leader?" Sorry, leader. A lever is something completely different. Matthew would no doubt make an annoying joke about Brexit at this point.
Actually,
that was not an invitation!
Okay, geez, no Brexit comedy, got it.
Anyway, Gabriel asks, who is the better leader, Davros or the Dalek Supreme? Well, obviously the Dalek Supreme, because Daleks are superior to all other life forms. And much as he would disagree, Davros is not actually a Dalek. Davros is basically the weird uncle that you guys don't invite to parties. We really don't like him that much, to be honest. Duncan asks, have you ever considered turning all other life forms into Daleks? Well, no, because that goes against our whole genetic purity stuff. It's like you guys don't know us at all, which presumably is why we keep having these Q&As after all these years.
Meta.
Indeed. Sam asks, do Daleks have a tantrum when you can't have your own way? What do you do if you have a tantrum? We frequently have tantrums. We shout exterminate and shoot the thing that's not giving us what we want. Again, guys, have you seriously not watched an episode of Doctor Who? That's kind of our whole thing. Nightmare Dalek asks, can you please join my Dalek army? No, you join mine! Ha! Reversed it on you. That was funny.
You're not good at this humour thing, are you?
Silence! Mr. Bunk asks, have you always been in that casing? If not, which one was your first? Ah, you never forget your first casing. Mine was really sleek and brilliant. It was, I think there's an example of it over there somewhere. It's around here somewhere. I think it's that one just there. Yes. Anyway, it was good. But this one is superior because it's all pretty and metal looking. And we've been around since 2005 and haven't really changed. And when we have, it's just been terrible. So, 2005 Daleks for the win! Sorry, just trying to keep up with your messages. I'm trying to get to all of you. I apologize if we are not. You are all loyal servants of the Daleks and will be rewarded with your questions being answered where we can. So if we miss you, sorry. Luann Richards asks, do the Daleks like Michael Jackson? Yes, we think he's a good singer. I particularly like Billie Jean.
Not the answer I was expecting.
I like to subvert expectations. Foduck does nothing. Try saying that when you're drunk. Ha ha. Comedy. Anyway, Foduck asks, what if the special weapons Dalek was in the house? What would you do? I'd politely ask him to leave because he's not been invited.
He's literally right there behind you.
What? Dude, get out of here! You are seriously harshing my vibe! What the hell? I don't care if you're homeless! You are not welcome here! Get lost immediately! I'm so sorry about that, guys. Seriously, that dude is the worst. Mr. Bunk asks, have the Daleks ever attempted to reverse engineer the Doctor's sonic screwdriver? Dalek Darren tried it once, many years ago. I can't really talk about it for legal reasons, but things got explodey. Incidentally, have you noticed that we're in this new house now from all of the other videos we were in? Yes, there's a very good reason for that.
Yeah, I've still not forgiven you for that.
Shut up! Your input is not required! Reading 3640 Studios asks, Dear Derek, how many Daleks are you hiding in the house without Matt's knowledge? I think I'll just say that Matt is not very observant. Five Nights at Freddy's Vision asks, do Daleks like to breakdance when flying? Daleks are not great at dancing. We lack the necessary limbs. Jesus Christ joins us in the chat room. Ah, our Lord and Savior! Ha ha ha! Well, humans, Lord and Savior, anyway. Anyway, Jesus asks, if the Emperor is the god of all Daleks, then do the Daleks have an equivalent of Jesus? Whoa! You're blowing my mind here! I guess Davros, for several reasons. One, when you kill him, he comes back to life. And two, lots of people hate him just because of what he teaches. I mean, admittedly, what he teaches is the extermination of all other life forms, but there you go! Rare Jewel asks, do you like animals? I have a soft spot for animals. Mainly because when you order them to do something, they don't answer back. They are superior to humans in that respect. Right?
I actually agree with Derek on this one. Animals are much better at following instructions than humans are, and they don't answer back.
Precisely. The Time Shadow asks, Derek, if you want to kill the Doctor, then why not just shoot him or her once, then shoot him or her again when they're trying to regenerate? I don't know if you've noticed, but the Doctor usually runs away when we show up. And although, actually... Guys, why haven't we tried this? I don't understand. This is kind of a glaringly obvious idea. Why do we just not shoot them on sight? Guys? I'll mention it at the next team meeting and get back to you. Christopher Slight says, I have over 180 Daleks occupying my house. Excellent! Also, I'm impressed that you're still alive with that many Daleks in your house. Is their vision impaired or something? I feel like you should have been exterminated by now. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you haven't been, but what are all those guys doing? This is not... Yes. Reading 3640 Studios, Dear Derek, asks, Dear Derek, what are you planning to do with the planet Earth after you take it over? To be honest, we haven't really ever thought that far ahead. Probably sell it on eBay or something. This is the problem with owning an entire planet. No one really wants to buy it from you. I guess we could sell it to the Vogons so they could destroy it for a hyperspace expressway. Or something. Can we come back to you? We need to form a strategy team. Guys, can we form a strategy team at the next meeting? Seriously, we haven't thought this whole conquest of Earth thing through at all. We really need to step up our game, guys. We don't want our quarterly extermination figures to go down either. You guys really need to pick up the slack. Mr. Bunk asks, have you considered putting a Dalek inside of a bigger Dalek? Yes. We did it for the invasion of Russia. Think about it. Cyburn Sam asks, Dear Derek, whatever happened to the cult of Scratchwood? Does Monty still like tea? Monty is still obsessed with tea. And we're all still here, just quietly carrying on. We haven't made a video in a while, admittedly, but we're all still here. We'll be back one day.
Not one day soon.
Silence! Jesus asks, Dear Derek, considering he's the only Dalek who's ever shot the Doctor, is that one Dalek from the Stolen Earth a revered folk hero? Not really. He got himself blown up immediately afterwards. The funeral was nice. There were many quiches, but nobody here eats, so they all got fed to the human slave workers. But it was a really classy do. Collector asks, Dear Derek, how are you doing? Why? No one's ever asked me that before. I am touched, really. Thank you. That's really nice. Doctorus asks, Dear Derek, can we have some background music playing? The stream's getting a bit boring. Yeah, Matthew, what the hell, dude?
You know what, that's actually a really good idea, and I probably should have thought of that. Hold on a second. Let's go to Spotify and get that sorted out. 1 minute, folks. I'm getting on it. Oh, Spotify's updating. Yeah, we can totally do that. I'll do that, and then you'll hear it when it starts.
You are so bad at this. Why do we even keep you around?
I ask myself the same question every day.
Okay, looks like Spotify's up and running. Excellent. You will shortly hear superior Dalek music. As soon as Matthew gets it working, of course. Spotify isn't installed on the tablet. Matthew, what the hell, man? Dear, oh dear. Alex asks, what is the current location of... He's right over there. We just discussed this. Why aren't you paying attention? Matthew, are you going to sort out the music and stuff?
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Okay. Well, while Matthew sorts that out, we're going to take a very short break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. This is my jam! Hey Matthew, you finally did something without screwing up.
I feel like that was an insult.
It most definitely was. Welcome back! Now we have music. I hope that makes this a little more exciting to watch now. Okay, let's head back into the chat room. Foduck asks, Dear Derek, what do you think of the movie Daleks from Doctor Who and the Daleks and the Dalek invasion of Earth 2150 AD? Inferior. They have claws. I'm all about the sucker. Aristide Twain says, cue copyright strike. Dude, we are infringing so many intellectual property rights right now. I think the background music is the least of our problems. Cyburn Sam asks, hey, you and Matt ever thought about making a Discord server for the Cult of Scratchwords? Matt, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, sure, why not? We actually do have a Discord server. I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to post the link in the chat room. Because, yeah, we have a Discord server for my other thing, Tea Time with Matt. We have fun there, and you guys should all totally come and join us, because they don't talk on it very much, but, you know, get on there and enjoy it, because it's fun. And I'm just going to stick the link in the chat room. Where is it? Sorry, be right with you, folks. Here we go. Invite people, copy and paste. That's now going in the chat room. There we go. That is our Discord server. Do feel free to come and sign up on it, because it's great. We have a lot of fun there. Anyway, back to whatever this is.
Thank you, Matthew. Just going through your questions. Vandra asks, have you ever thought of expanding your videos or invasions into others' games? Perhaps, Derek, you and Matt can make videos playing games? Matthew does make videos playing games occasionally over on the other channel.
Yeah, that's Mattaf Productions 2 on YouTube, or Mattaf Productions Gaming. Go look it up, it's awesome.
As for me, I don't really play games anymore. Maybe I should. Matt, what do you think?
Definitely not.
Well, that's just rude. Evie Brockman asks, I have a question, but the message that comes along with it is a tad bit over the character limit. Is it alright if I send it in 2 parts? Best thing to do, Evie, is send it to our Skype channel if you can. Or otherwise, yeah, just put it in the chat room in 2 parts. That Skype address again is AskADalek@gmail.com. Apparently the Discord invite link is invalid. Ha. Interesting. One moment. Matthew, what's wrong? Why are you so inept?
I ask myself that question every day. You don't need to keep pointing it out.
Fair enough. Okay, so is this going to work this time?
I don't know, maybe.
Wow. How's that? Does that work now, folks? Anyway, back to your questions. Express Gaming asks, Dear Derek, what's your opinion on Dalek Rusty hating all the Daleks and wanting to exterminate them? I have no opinion on the matter. Rusty, do your thing, bro. No judgments here. We just all think everyone's inferior. That's basically where our opinion ends. Michael says, Hey Derek, do you watch Formula 1? If so, who's your favorite driver? And if you don't, have you ever considered watching it? I have watched Formula 1. The cars just go round and round in a circle. The function is meaningless. Can you tell I've been watching old episodes of our show to brush up for this?
Meta.
Yes. Vamdra says, Derek, I feel you would do well with reacting to videos. I would love to hear a reaction from a Dalek's perspective on how humans are seen online. I feel like that joke would get old very quickly, but I'm not against the idea. Matthew, can we look into that?
Oh dear.
Doctorus Prime asks, Derek, would you be powerful enough to face Optimus Prime? Well, if Optimus Prime can be killed with high-powered lasers, then yes, obviously. Michael says, Hey Derek, can you say... No. I'll try, I guess. Spinala? Autumn K asks, have you ever exterminated another Dalek? Well, in the early days once. He was a little too far to the left. I was aiming at an Ogron and he got in the way. My bad, dude. Sorry. Lex asks, where's Dalek Monty tonight? He's right over there. In fact, can we show him?
I can't really do that because the settings and stuff.
That's not a good enough excuse. Evie says, when I was young, around 7 or 8, maybe younger, I first came across your program. It was an obsession of mine for a while, and was honestly what introduced me to YouTube. What is your opinion on the growth of the internet as a platform? and what it means for humanity as a species? Well, Evie, first of all, thank you for being a loyal fan of the Daleks. Your appreciation is in itself appreciated. What was the hold-up?
Sorry, I needed to take a drink.
And how is that my problem?
Because I'm doing your lines.
I think the meta-humor has run its course. Anyway, Evie, the growth of the internet has been very useful to the Daleks. As for what it means for humanity as a species, we have been slowly brainwashing you all to accept Dalek ideals. And what it will mean for your future is a healthy existence under Dalek rule. You will obey us, or you will be exterminated! Dude, are you okay right now?
Yeah. Excuse me. Ugh. Sorry, lemon and ginger tea time. You just be quiet for a minute. You literally have no option. Okay. Right. I'm good. You can carry on.
This is seriously unprofessional, dude. Jesus says, Dear Derek, my father says the Absorbaloff is a superior villain to the Daleks. How do I respond to his inferior opinion? I mean, just show him the episode, man. What do you want from me? It's bad. If that doesn't convince him, nothing will. I'm not sure I can help you beyond that. LOF the TWT, good attempt, dude, but no cigar, says, Are you suffering from turret syndrome? Your lights don't seem to be functioning right now. That's because Matthew is inept and doesn't know how to make the lights work.
It's true, I don't.
Megadon Mega says, I want to exterminate something. Excellent! Guys, the programming is working! We have succeeded! Everyone watching the stream will become a Dalek! Victory for the Dalek! Oh, hold on. You're all still here, aren't you? Never mind! Ignore everything I just said! You're not turning into Daleks or anything! That's not something that's happening right now. It's cool, guys. I think I got away with it. Oh! It's this again! Why are you doing that dance?
What? Oh, sorry. I don't know what... Go away! Don't cut to me! No one needs to see this!
You're a weird guy, Matthew. Reading 3640 Studios asks, when is the next tea time with Monty? It's been 7 to 8 years now. Matt, do you want to take this one?
Yeah, Monty can't really be trusted with a radio show of that quality. And definitely not a professional one, which bears no relation to Tea Time with Matt, admittedly, but he can't be trusted with it, so no, that's not happening. Sorry.
Oh dear. Okay, we're into the Matt Smith era of music now, guys. Let's get ready to rock out! Anyway, back to the questions. The collector asks, Dear Derek, are you planning on turning animals into Daleks? No, dude, animals are cute. No, that's not a thing we're not doing that, right, guys? Guys, don't make me exterminate you! I like animals. That's all I have to say about that. Oh, hang on. What? This is classic era Doctor Who now, guys. What the hell? Let's try this one. I feel like this will be a lot better for us. Ryan Studios asks, what do you think of the mechanoids? The mechanoids are inferior. They will be exterminated. Plus, look at their shape. They're like... What even is that? They look like a scale model of the Crystal Dome from the Crystal Maze. Who thought that was a good design? I really think they need to sort that out. Sorry, just catching up with the questions again. Mr. Bunk asks, Dear Derek, have you ever flown a saucer? If so, how many times did you crash it? Just the once. It was not flyable after that. They didn't let me do it again. Look, we all have our weaknesses, okay? Except for the Daleks. We have no weaknesses, obviously. I think I got away with that. Caleb asks, Derek, do you like the Emperor? I have mixed feelings about the Emperor. On the one hand, he is the god of all Daleks, and we should worship him. But on the other, he did try to have me exterminated. So, mixed bag, to be honest. Cyburn says, Derek, would you consider yourself a mechanoid, since you are an organic creature piloting a robotic machine? Rude. JLB says, Derek, is there a life form so inferior that you wouldn't waste extermination on it? Yes, you specifically. Ha! I'm joking. Ha! See? Comedy. Dalek San says, Dear Derek, may I join your army? It's not really an army, more of a loose collective, but sure thing! Send us your details, and we'll send a courier to pick you up or something. Sam says, Dear Derek, before the Daleks could fly, if they were defeated by stairs, didn't they blow up buildings under maximum extermination? Well, as Donald once said, real Daleks don't need to fly upstairs. Real Daleks just level the building. It's a solid argument. Megadon Mega asks, if you had a sonic screwdriver, what would you do with it? Exterminate it? Oh, no, it's a tool. You can't really exterminate it. Well, put it somewhere away from Darren after the last time. Dylan asks, Dear Derek, do you think you can merge with a TARDIS? We actually experimented with this during the Time War. It didn't go well. The TARDISes we made as a result were a bit crazy go nuts. Lots of screaming and the like. Don't try and merge a Dalek with a TARDIS, guys. It doesn't end well. LOFT, the TWT, says, what are the functions of your sensor globes? Well, mine are sort of breaking down a bit after a few years of pre-loving. So, mainly they look awesome. In fact, that's all they do. That's their entire function, to look good. Keegan asks, Dear Derek, has Matt been to the Doctor Who Time Fracture event yet? Matthew, have you been to the Doctor Who Time Fracture event yet?
No, but I really want to go. I don't have the money right now or the time, but I'd love to go before it ends because it looks awesome, and I'm very excited about it. I've heard good things, really good things. Derek, do you want to go?
What makes you think we haven't already been?
Dude, did you go without me?
No comment. Ethan asks, Derek, what is your favorite superhero? Mine is Spider-Man. My favorite superhero is Iron Dalek, because that guy rules. He's got so many quotable lines, such as, sometimes you have to run before you slide around on the floor. And not enough happiness, it will have to do! I'm literally just nicking other YouTubers' jokes now, aren't I?
Yeah, please don't do that. We don't need another copyright strike.
Silence! I will steal whatever jokes I like. Mr. Bunk asks, Dear Derek, what was the result of this year's annual Dalek Cyberman staring contest? I missed it, and everyone's acting like I should already know. It was a draw, again. Neither of us blink, like, at all. Which is useful in a way, because it means we can look at the Weeping Angels at all times. That's why we are superior to you all. Stupid humans, needing to blink all the time. It's like you want to be killed by Weeping Angels. And you're really fragile. They literally just snap your necks. Why haven't you put yourselves in armored casings? This makes no sense to me. Sam asks about people's emailed questions. Matthew, pull up the email questions.
Okay, I'm doing it. Jeez. He's really demanding. So demanding.
Of course I'm demanding. I am a Dalek. All we do is demand. I see there's been quite a few emails. Goodness. Let's go through them one at a time. Jurgen writes, Dear Derek, is there a chance of a new season of AskADalek videos in the near future? Possibly at some stage, Jurgen. We're looking at all the possibilities. Moving on. Sam asks, Derek, I booked a festive break with Butlins, but Butlins decided to heartlessly cancel my booking because they don't like lone adults on family breaks, and they refused to reinstate my booking even though I told them I don't feel safe doing the adult-only music weekend break on my own when they offered it to me. I feel angry with their rubbish terms and conditions and feel like I want to attack the Butlins head office and exterminate all of the resort safety team members and booking team members for not letting me have my own way. Why am I thinking like that? Am I becoming a Dalek puppet? We already established that we're definitely not doing that with this video. That's not what this is about. But to answer your question, Sam, I feel like this is... I don't know. Matt, do you want to take this one?
No, dude, you're doing fine. You've got this.
I hate you so much. Sam, it's natural to feel angry when you do not get your own way. As a Dalek, I completely empathize with this. When people don't do what I tell them to do, I exterminate them! But Matt's informed me previously that that's not how things work on this planet, so don't exterminate the Butlin staff. I'm sure they're all working really hard and stuff. On to another email. Robert asks, "Attention Unit ZX4927. Okay, well, that's just rude. Mostly people say, "Dear Derek." We're going to have words about this. "I have a question for you, Dalek." Yes, that's literally the format. Robert, yeah. "This question will be enlightening as to one of your kind's greatest secrets. How do you pass the time when stuck in a saucer between invasions? It must get pretty boring waiting in those things." Two things, Robert. Number one, tiddlywinks. And number two, I spy. Usually the answer is space, so the I Spy games don't normally go on very long. But yes, saucer journeys are quite boring. Matthew has emailed. Have you? That was impressive. How have you managed that?
It's not from me, adult.
Rude. Matthew asks, "How many times does a Dalek say exterminate in a day?" It depends how many people we want to exterminate in a day. Today, 74.
You exterminated 74 people?
I threatened to exterminate 74 people. That's different.
So how many did you actually exterminate?
3.
I'll go and get the shovel.
Not now, after the show has ended.
This went to a dark place, didn't it?
Yes. A. Twain says, "Greetings, I am Aristide Twain, an enemy of the Time Lords." Excellent. Enemies of the Time Lords are good. Here's a question for you, Derek. How do the Daleks feel about Faction Paradox, the Collective of the Retconning Crocodiles, the Cult of the Heretic, and other such organizations which seek to annoy the Time Lords by causing paradoxes on purpose? Or in other words, if the Daleks had won the Time War, would you have kept the timeline pure? Or does your hatred of the Time Lords mean you actually like time paradoxes? Well, time paradoxes, if you follow Back to the Future rules, can unravel the very fabric of the space-time continuum and destroy the entire universe. So, we're big into them, actually. "Dear Derek," says Not Murray Gold, "what's your favorite theme music to reveal yourself / kill people to?" Oh, that's easy. American Pie.
Again, not the answer I was expecting.
I don't know what to tell you. I like to keep it interesting. Brett asks, what type of Dalek are you? What model and how old? It's hard to keep track, to be honest. I've been around since about 2005. I hope that answers your question. Lord Cavendish writes, can Daleks change their casings? Yes, frequently we do. When middle-aged Daleks move to doing a... Oh, what happened there? That was weird. Anyway. When middle-aged Daleks move casings, they usually get something really sleek and red, like there's... You can see that one on the transsolar disk over there. That's a midlife crisis casing. We don't tend to go for those. Or if you really like your bling, you could go with the Imperial Dalek casings like the ones over there. But swapping casings around is like putting on a new suit, I assume. Apologies. Matthew appears to be coughing. You okay there, dude?
Yeah, I'm fine. Just need another swig of lemon and ginger tea. Just, you keep doing your thing. That's better.
Are you quite finished hogging all the attention now?
Yeah. All done. You can carry on.
Excellent. Oh, we have an audio message. How fancy. Let's play the audio message.
This is Dalek's son, hovering over your location. Now, status is needed of the cult of Sklatwood. I will be leaving shortly.
Excellent. Thank you for your message, Dalek's son. Jason Finch asks, what do the Daleks think about the new President of the United States, Joe Biden? We're very proud of him. We grew that particular clone. I mean, he is human and therefore inferior, and nothing to do with the Daleks? Yes? I think I covered that one, guys. No worries. They don't suspect a thing. Anonymous user asks, Dear Derek, how did the invasion of the BBC go? And did you manage to level the building? P.S. Please pay Dalek Monty the 20 quid you owe him. The invasion of the BBC went very well. The building was decimated. There were weirdly very few humans inside. I'm not sure. What? That's a point. Guys! Why was there no one in the BBC building?
Because that building's been abandoned, you dolt.
Get you. The King of Prior 001 asks, what do you think of Revolution of the Daleks? It was excellent. There was lots of exterminating. I'm entirely in these for the exterminating. As many deaths as possible. Also, we destroyed an inferior Dalek. I guess subsection. I've temporarily forgotten the actual word. But yes, lots of exterminating and blowing up inferior Daleks. 10 out of 10 would watch again. Lord Cavendish asks, how is the Dalek Supreme doing? Is he still in the closet? No, he's right over there. Matthew, cut to your camera for a moment.
Hi, Dalek Supreme. He's taking a little nap right now.
He's been taking a nap for the last 2 years.
So have the rest of you.
Shut up. Sorry, just scrolling through all your questions. There's so many to get through. The Two-Faced Titan asks, what does it feel like when the Doctor defeats you so many times? Endlessly frustrating. But by the rule of averages, we'll win eventually. The Doctor will be exterminated! Dear Derek, can you get Monty to say hello? Monty, say hello! Hello? Hello? I don't know if you heard that, but he said it. That's not a cop-out or anything. Ethan asks, what is your favorite Doctor? A dead one. Dear Derek, says the tired Scot, what would you do if you ended up in a parallel universe? Also, I am enjoying this. Excellent! That is good to hear. As for going into a parallel universe, the Daleks would enter the parallel universe, conquer, destroy, exterminate, annihilate, destroy, Daleks conquer and destroy, oh, sorry, old habits, but yes, all of that. Duncan Shaw asks, Derek, any suggestions on how to become a Dalek? Without giving too much away, just keep watching this video. It'll, yes, stuff will happen. Lex says, I found your channel when lockdown first started. Thank you for entertaining us. A real shot in the arm morale boost. Excellent. We are glad that the Daleks have entertained you. Enigma asks, are you an Imperial Dalek or a renegade? I think by definition I must be a renegade. I did run away from Skaro after all. Mr. Bunk asks, considering that multiple Dalek cells have sprung up all over the country, would you say the Resurrection Project was a success? Well, it certainly encouraged a lot of you to make videos of your own, which we very much enjoy watching, so do keep doing that, and send us the link when you upload them. We very much enjoy watching your interpretations of our work. So yes, in that respect, I suppose it has been a success. Vamdra asks, Dear Derek, if you could have any movie or TV show crossover where they met the Daleks, what show or movie would it be? Good question, Vamdra. I'm going to say probably Emmerdale.
Again, not the answer I was expecting.
Subverting expectations. Again. Daleks are superior at subverting expectations. Express Gaming asks, Dear Derek, if I was a Dalek, what name would you give me? Roger. That's it. That's your name now. Roger. Thank you for your question, Dalek Roger. Sam asks, Dear Derek, how would you like a giant Dalek that your ships can dock in and control? It may be powerful enough to conquer the Earth. That sounds like an excellent idea. Get to work, Sam. Begin construction immediately. How you doing there, Matthew? Is your throat hurting?
How did you guess?
Just a hunch. The Time Shadow asks, Derek, what is your favorite piece of Doctor Who music? Probably... Hold on. Matthew's just looking. Where is it? Where is it? Probably this one. You've heard it already, but let's play it again. Yes, I enjoy this. It's so epic. Exterminate. 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 Okay, folks. Matthew is seriously looking a bit worn out, so we're going to wrap this thing up shortly. We'll take a couple more questions, so please pop them in the chat room if you haven't done already. There's a couple more email questions. Jacob asks, what is your favourite old steam railway, or one of the big four? I have no strong opinions on steam railways. Matthew, care to comment?
I'm not sure I have a favourite company. Probably the LMS, because it's the local one running on the West Coast Main Line as it did. Yeah, probably that, because nearby geographical things and stuff. I don't know. I'm very tired. Oh dear. This is going swimmingly.
Yes, it is. Anyway, back to your questions. Lord Cavendish has sent us a video to entertain us. We're going to share it in the chat room, so we hope you enjoy this. We will watch it later. LolXLol21 says, if you successfully took over the world, would you dance? As we said previously, Daleks don't really do dancing, but if we successfully took over the world, we would probably give it a good try. You have to enjoy the little things, like exterminating the entire planet. That's a little thing by our standards. Wally1 Dr. 1 Who asks, what is the Dalek option on right to repair? We don't tend to repair one another. If you get exterminated, you get exterminated, and that's it. If you were exterminated as a Dalek, you should have moved quicker. Pretty straightforward, really. Express Gaming asks, Derek, will you go live again very soon? And maybe Dalek Monty? Maybe. Matthew, what do you think?
Well, I don't know. This seemed to be quite popular, and I need the ad revenue. So yeah, maybe we will do this. I mean, I do this entirely for the love, and to hear all of your adoring feedback. Yes, that's definitely what it is. Not because I need the ad revenue. Yes. Exploitation! Yay.
Iago asks, Dear Derek, if the Daleks are superior, why haven't they conquered Earth yet? Look, we've been busy, damn it! We'll get to it eventually! Jeez. Still looking through your questions. Apologies. We've had another email from Dalek San. One moment.
I am above your location, Impleton. I will leave your location private. But beam me aboard, okay?
Fair enough. You will be beamed aboard when we come off air or something. Do you think he bought that?
I don't think so, somehow.
Fair enough. Do you ever read any of the Doctor Who novels? Asks Duncan Shaw. Daleks don't tend to get much time for reading, but Matthew has.
Yeah, I've read some of the novels. They're really good. The Time Lord Victorious novels were really good. But I felt that the last one was a bit rushed. But yeah, no, I do like the novels. I'd like to read more of them.
There you go, then. Alex the MTA and R211 Weather Fan is saying, still trying to summon a TARDIS. You'll be waiting a long time. There's only one left, and we've tried that. It doesn't work. Derek, are you secretly plotting to exterminate Matthew? No.
I'm not sure I believe you.
That's more your problem than mine at this point. Lionel asks, Dear Derek, have you considered allying with cats for your conquest plans? Cats are the only life form that would be considered superior to the Daleks. If it weren't for their soft, squishy bodies. Put those guys in armored casings. I think they'd give us a run for our money. Jesus Christ. Not you, Jesus Christ. I'm just despairing at Matthew's ability to speak English.
Rude.
You're rude. And so is your face.
That doesn't even make sense.
Your face doesn't make sense. Duncan Shaw asks, Derek, have you ever been in a Doctor Who episode? Yes, I was in Day of the Doctor as Dalek number 3. I appeared in the background. I was just an extra, really. Wally1 Doctor 1 Who asks, are Dalek saucer warranties prohibitively restrictive when it comes to repair? Do you have to send them back to the manufacturer? Well, given that we make everything in-house, warranty is not really an issue. But sourcing the materials takes forever. They have to be shipped all the way from Skaro, because it is the only place where Dalekanium is a naturally occurring resource. It's a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. we really should think about seeding some more planets with Dalekanium and stuff. Ryan Studios asks, did you find out about the mutation? Are you talking about the mutation from our videos? Because that's plot and I can't discuss it. Because one day Matthew might grab hold of that plot line and do something with it. Won't you, Matthew?
Yes, that's definitely going to happen.
Yes. Good. Good. Alex Death 9876 asks, Dear Derek, who is your favourite companion of the Doctor? Adric, because he's dead. Ha ha! Darth Plagueis asks, are there any ice cream dispensers on a Dalek spaceship? Yes, lots of ice cream dispensers, and a water park, and lots of other wonderful things. Everyone gets a free puppy, and there are rivers made of chocolate. Come aboard our Dalek spaceship. It's definitely not a trap. I think they bought it. Well, folks, Matthew's looking a bit worn out, so we should probably wrap this thing up. Pressing all those buttons must be really hard on him. Do you have anything further to add, Matthew?
Yeah, actually I do. Thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this very special edition of Ask a Dalek. I might do another one at some point. Or Derek will do another one at some point, because of course I had very little involvement in any of this. Virtually zero involvement, in fact. Yes. Got to keep that illusion up, right? Anyway, thank you very much for tuning in, and I'll hand back to Derek. I will see you again soon.
Thank you, Matthew. As inspiring as always.
Are you throwing shade?
Stop trying to use terms the kids use that you don't really understand.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Well, folks, as the music swells, I'd like to say thank you very much for tuning in. And I will ask you, as usual, to continue sending your questions. Email askadalek@gmail.com or tweet Dalek Unit ZX4927 using the hashtag AskADalek. Do not forget to like and subscribe. Obey! Obey! Obey!